This dashboard shows a highly recognizable failure state. Your ad is working, the click-through rate is healthy, the spend is consistent, the traffic is real. But your conversion dashboard shows a flat 0. Most marketing teams waste months adjusting the ad creative or refining the audience targeting. These adjustments miss the root cause. The leak is on the page. Specifically, it is happening in the first 2 seconds after the click, before your visitor has read a single word of your copy. By the end of this diagnostic scan, you will know exactly where this hidden drop-off is occurring, why it happens, and the specific surgical interventions required to close it. Post-click drop-off is one of the most expensive leaks in paid traffic and one of the least diagnosed. Ad platforms charge for the click, regardless of what happens next. If the page fails to capture that attention, your acquisition cost spikes while your revenue flatlines. This creates the optimization fallacy. Marketers continuously tweak successful ads because the ad platform data shows positive performance metrics. They ignore the page architecture, assuming that because the ad generates clicks, the page should generate sales. But look at this timeline tracking a standard user journey. A high click-through rate only proves the ad created initial interest. It tells you nothing about whether the page sustained it. The click is a promise. The page load is the delivery. Between the two lies a critical structural gap. If there is any discontinuity between the ad and the page, the visitor is gone. They leave, instantly and silently. Standard analytics cannot tell you why they left. To locate these specific architectural failures, you need specialized clinical analysis. This is why we run a ConversionDoc diagnostic scan. Optimizing an ad that points to a broken page doesn't generate more customers. It simply accelerates the rate at which your ad spend is wasted. To understand why this drop-off happens, we have to look at what the braille is actually doing in those first 2 seconds. When a page loads, the visitor is not reading. They are pattern matching. They are scanning the visual field for architectural signals that tell them whether to commit attention or withdraw it. This is a subconscious binary decision. The brain is looking for a sense of continuity from the ad. Continuity keeps them on the page. Discontinuity triggers an immediate exit. Look at this structural wireframe. The top 200 pixels represent the critical evaluation zone. We call an empty evaluation zone the hero void. To prevent the void, this section must fulfill 3 specific architectural requirements simultaneously. First, promise confirmation. The headline must instantly confirm the specific promise made in the ad. Second, immediate trust. There must be a single recognizable trust signal visible before the user touches the scroll wheel. Third, action clarity. There must be exactly one clear call to action above the fold. If any one of these 3 elements is missing, you have created a hero void. The cognitive cost of staying exceeds the expected reward. The brain withdraws attention, and the visitor exits. The failure of the hero section sets off a chain reaction across the entire page architecture. A complete diagnostic scan operates across 7 conversion pillars. The first 2, clarity and hook strength, live right here in the hero section. This flowchart maps the remaining 5 pillars that follow: trust architecture, desire building, action clarity, objection handling, and AI alignment. The vulnerability of this system is its sequence. When clarity and hook strength fail in the first 2 seconds, the entire system breaks down. The downstream pillars are never reached. A visitor who bounces in 2 seconds will never see your deep trust architecture. They are gone. Diagnosing the middle of your funnel is irrelevant if your hero section is actively repelling traffic. The structural architecture of the top of the page must be secured first. Let us run this methodology on a specific scenario. Consider a SaaS product built for freelance designers. Their search traffic is high, but their conversion rate is sitting below 1%. Their ad makes a highly targeted promise: stop losing clients to slow follow-up. But when the user clicks, the page loads a generic headline: "Welcome to Flowdesk, a smarter way to run your business." The specific promise is replaced by vague corporate messaging. The brain gets no confirmation of arrival. This exact discontinuity is the root cause of their immediate bounce rate. We prescribe 3 immediate surgical interventions. First, we replace the generic headline to explicitly confirm the ad. Automated follow-up that keeps every client warm. Second, we inject a recognizable trust signal directly beneath that headline. trusted by over 2,000 freelancers. We place this firmly above the fold. Third, we remove the confusing layout of secondary navigation links. We prescribe a single outcome-driven call to action. Get my free scan. We label the outcome, not the mechanic. In the critical first 2 seconds of arrival, structural architecture always dictates survival. Clever copywriting cannot save a broken structure. This drop-off creates a secondary failure point, which brings us to Pillar 7, AI alignment. Conversion capability and AI search visibility are inseparable systems. Most businesses are still building pages for a version of Google that is rapidly changing. Modern AI engines do not just rank standard links. They retrieve content, summarize it, and cite it directly to the user. Look at how this interaction operates. AI search engines prioritize sources with high verified utility, determined by analyzing engagement signals like dwell time. When a hero void causes mass post-click drop-off, it signals that the page is a poor match. The engine flags the source as unreliable and excludes it from the citation set. Unfixed leaks create a double financial penalty: wasted ad spend today and long-term exclusion from AI-driven search results. You lose visibility you cannot even see. Before you initiate a full diagnostic scan, you can run a manual check on your own architecture right now. Open the ad that is currently running side by side with your landing page. Do not scroll. Just look at the load state. Question 1. Does the headline explicitly match the ad's promise? Not the general theme, the specific promise. Question 2. Is there a single recognizable trust signal visible without scrolling? A logo, a star rating, or a user count? Question 3. Is there exactly one clear call to action, positioned entirely above the fold? Question 4. Read the button label out loud. Does the call to action promise a specific outcome, or is it a generic instruction like submit or click here? Question 5. Would a completely cold visitor know exactly what your business does and what step to take next within 5 seconds? A single no to any of these questions confirms the silent leak is active on your page. You are actively bleeding revenue. This diagnostic framework is built for specific operators. It serves indie makers, small SaaS founders, course creators, freelancers, and agency owners managing client sites. If you have a landing page that is getting traffic but failing to convert, or a business that needs to be found and cited by modern AI search, this methodology was designed for you. We provide a logical progression of diagnostic tools based on the complexity of your leaks. You begin with the free audit. From there, escalate to a full diagnosis, then continuous monitoring tools, Starter Pro and Agency Pro. At the top tier, we operate Agency Max. Agency Max is engineered specifically for agencies managing multiple client sites. It brings both the conversion and AI visibility tools together, providing unlimited diagnostic scans and fully white-labeled data maps to deliver directly to your clients. This is a necessary escalation of specialist-grade diagnostics. As visibility leaks become more complex, your surgical interventions must become more precise. The reality of your architecture is binary. Your page is either converting or it isn't. It is either visible to AI search engines or it isn't. Both of these failure states are entirely diagnosable, and both are entirely fixable through precise surgical interventions. Visit ConversionDoc.co.uk and run the free 60-second diagnostic scan on your page. Stop optimizing your campaigns based on false assumptions. Diagnose the actual architecture of your page today.